Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to Bryant Field for today's doubleheader action between Belmont and Gilford. We got our softball game happening to the right of us, and then we have our baseball game happening to the left of us. So what I decided we do is basically bounce between both games, and I'll do my best to keep track of the scores on one game or the other, as both games, or all four teams are in their coaches meetings or umpire meetings right now. Here from the always windy Bryant Field. It's a lovely 46 degrees outside, and technically 46 should mean warmth. But of course, with Mother Nature having her hand in the deck, she's decided that she will throw some wind on top of it, which the wind is coming directly toward us. So if we give a quick look over at the American flag, sitting in half mast across the field, it's coming right at us. So something to keep an eye out for, something to keep thoughts on. As both, like I said, both teams going through their meeting process right now. Baseball is complete, so I'm assuming we'll most likely see their first pitch come a couple seconds before softball. So we will actually start over on the baseball side of the field. As I said, I will keep do my best to keep as up to date as possible on who's where and like score wise and such. This way, you guys get the best information possible. Baseball in their warm-ups as they're about to start the first inning. Both teams, as I said, playing against Gilford. And if I hadn't already said this already, my name's Devin Poslesny, calling the game here from Bryant Field. Facebook Live always now going to be a thing for us. It's pretty cool that we're actually most likely going to be using this all the time. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I had to move my wire real quick from the microphone. Of course, we're trying to work out all the tweaks and issues and such. If you're watching on Facebook and you're experiencing some issues, please let me know. Message me, send a comment on here saying, hey, it's really laggy, or whatever. Softball has come out of their dugout, getting ready for their warm-up. Facebook Live normally always takes a couple of minutes just to get its feet on the ground and rolling. Usually by the end of the first inning, we are in business, so to speak. So here we go for baseball. First pitch of the afternoon. Softball still on their warm-ups. Here we go. First pitch. Not sure if that was a ball or a strike. I think that was a strike. All right, we're going to go with a strike there. That's an infield hit over to the shortstop. Shortstop will collect it up, throw it to first. And we're out. We have one out on the board, top one. You know, one thing I did not touch on in pregame conversation and such, these two fields are back-to-back, as you guys saw. They're on the same side of the field here at Bryant. And no joke when I say, here comes another pitch for the second hitter of the inning, or of the game too. But no joke when I say the outfields overlap. It's actually kind of scary. If you're a baseball player, strike two. Oh, called foul, but it'll be a strike. If you're a baseball player, like we have Austin Ditzberry here right in front of us, you gotta wonder. You have to have your head on a swivel because a clink of the bat could be from your game or from the game happening behind you. Ball right there. Gilford's going to have, in the girls' team, they're going to have their first pitch, or the girls' game. Here comes the first pitch for Gilford. It'll go foul back, strike one. Baseball, swing and a miss, strike three. That's 2 outs. But like no joke, between the outfielders of softball and the outfielders of baseball, there's maybe, ball right there for softball, but there's maybe 15, 20 feet, if that. And that's being generous. Now, granted, their strike will be a ball for the softball game. First pitch here will be a ball for baseball. Now, granted, the girls may not necessarily know the ball there for softball. There's a hit coming, bouncing off the mound to second base. He'll collect it up. Easy first base. And that's bottom one. We'll swing over here to the softball game. Here comes another pitch. Diving in there for another ball. But I mean, yeah, so we have a runner on for Gilford in the softball game. Baseball, Gilford is baseball, and they're coming out for the bottom one. Gilford has their second hitter of the game. My point, though, is baseball players have the strength to be able to poke a ball into outfield softball territory. And softball players, you have the occasional girl that may have the power to get over to baseball outfield territory. But for baseball players in the outfield, especially if you are in right field, you just gotta keep your head on a swivel. And of course, for left field and center, for softball, you guys also have to keep your head on the swivel as well. Pass ball. Nobody moving, though. I believe it was called foul. Pitch coming in. High ball. On the baseball side, they're finishing up warm-ups for bottom one coverage. If these guys keep trading back and forth, I mean, that worked out perfectly. By the time baseball was done, high ball 4, softball player running. Warm-ups tying up on the baseball side of things. I'll keep an eye over there. First pitch for the third batter of Gilford, and it is a strike. Baseball's got their first batter for Belmont stepping up, bottom one, still 0-0. Strike two there. First pitch for baseball is a strike. Bottom one once more. Softball. There's a foul ball going back into the woods. I believe that was a ball for baseball, 1-1. This is going well. Strike two for baseball. That's a hit infield, third base, underneath it. Got it. And 1-2-3 for baseball. That's a 1-2-3 strike, I should say, for baseball. As the second hitter steps up for Belmont. 1 out. There's a hit down the first base line. Catcher will grab it. 2 outs here. The runners will advance up 1, though. Move up 1 base, so it's second and third now. Oh, that was close. You guys didn't see it, but Belmont's Griffin Embry at the plate for baseball. Called strike. I would be checking that because I don't think it went around. Strike 3. There you go for baseball. So 2 outs away. Foul ball called on the softball side of things. Streaming's not doing so well today, I don't think. Catch this whole coverage live on YouTube. Foul ball once more for softball. Ball 1 for the third batter in baseball. Foul ball for softball, I meant. But catch the full coverage of this this afternoon's activities on YouTube come tomorrow. Foul ball there for softball. Strike right there for baseball. There's a knocker for baseball going back into center field. Gilford cannot catch it. That's going to be a double for number 23, Cam Magarer. So Belmont's got 1 on in baseball. Ball barely inbounds there on the softball side. But it'll be a 1-2-3. Belmont survives. And Gilford strands 2 over on the baseball side here. Belmont's got 1 in scoring position at second. Pitch coming in, ball. Thank you. But still. Strike right there for baseball. Softball's in between innings, bottom 1. Two outs on the board for baseball here. 1 on second base. Strike 3. 1-2-3 inning. Belmont strands 1. Softball about to switch up and run. We're going to hang tight for Belmont baseball here, though. But I will keep an eye on the softball situation. Here, I'll swing back over when they're done warming up. Bottom 1 for Belmont. Here comes the first pitch for Belmont. First pitch they'll see this afternoon. High, ball 1. Baseball still in the warm-up phase here. Ball going back into foul territory. Hits off the trees. Strike 2. Ball there. One and two the count over on softball here. Here comes the pitch coming in. Ball 1-3. Gilford up to bat for the second time, I should say, for baseball. That ball is coming back for baseball right here. And there's exactly what I was talking about. The field's overlapping. Belmont did get one on board, though, for softball. Foul ball there for softball. Here comes ball high there for softball. Baseball over here. That's a hit down the foul baseline. Ball going back for foul territory on the softball side. Baseball. There's a rip up the center. Shortstop will grab it. Calculates and drops it in. For a basketball player, that wasn't a bad throw. Hey, I think I did. Sports Awards footage right there. Ball going back for foul territory on the softball side. Two the count on softball. Baseball. Strike right there. One away on the softball side. Ripper down the first base line. It's called foul, but the first baseman did have it there for a split second. That's a ripper for baseball heading back. Center fieldsman is able to grab it. That's Nate Sautak. On the softball side, they just had a ripper going into center field. A single there. Moves up the runner to second base. Swing and a miss, strike one. Strike there. Ball there. Hit up the center to second base, over to first, and that's 1, 2, 3. On the softball side, we got some action coming in. Slide to third. Oh, called out. What? I guess there was a tag on second. You know, sometimes I don't understand softball, baseball, and softball rules. This whole live streaming thing is really kind of crashing and burning. If you guys are tuned in at all on Facebook, it's kind of going ugh. But so far between both games, it is 0-0. Trying to redo the live stream here, so please bear with my silence. Well, I feel like there might be a couple of my friends out there that just like to be mean and are like, oh no, don't worry about it. You can be quiet. We're good with silence. Well, guess what? You can't silence me. I'm a commentator. Baseball's back underway, but we'll stick with softball to the end of their inning. Softball still in there first. Baseball is entered the bottom of the second. Lefty for Belmont. That's a foul ball for baseball. The commentary goes between both. One out in baseball. Number 14, I believe that's Kyle Minery. Strike right there. Pitch coming in for softball. Strike two. Foul ball for baseball. One, two, three there for softball. Now we'll swing over to baseball. Trying to live stream again, so if you are watching on Facebook once more, welcome back. Take two. It's not working too hot, but, you know, we can keep trying. And of course, both the whole game coverage, or today's coverage in full, can be seen on YouTube, hopefully come tomorrow. And the way we're rolling, we're not having any cuts, so this is just going to be a quick editing job. pitch, strike. Looks like the live stream has its moments. I believe that's 2-2 the count for baseball. There's a hit up to second base. The second baseman will bobble it, run through. And he got him. Tough luck. The baseball side, they're switching. That ends 2. They'll enter the third here. Softball, they're about to start their second. Don't know actually how to count. Softball about to start. We'll keep it over on baseball, though. I feel like they haven't gotten enough love in this coverage so far, so we'll just stay on baseball. But until baseball restarts, let me commentate the softball game, but leaving the camera over on baseball. Foul ball for the second pitch. Oh, that wind really chills the bones. Still sitting at 0-0 for both games. First pitch of the third inning, and it's a strike. We're trying this live stream thing here at Bryant. It's not going too shabby right now. Foul ball for softball. Ball right there for baseball. And I'll just say ball right there for the boys. Foul ball there for the girls. Strike there for baseball. Dang it. There's a rocket coming back for baseball. Just barely in playable zone. Austin Ditzberry right here in front of us. Bobbling around a little bit. Unable to get a good grip on the ball. That puts a man on second base for baseball. Baseball having a quick meeting on the mound. Softball was doing the same thing, but they're now back in their positions. Baseball backing off the mound, about to restart. Bunt there, bounces foul for the girls. There's a bunt there, but it bounces foul for the boys. You think the baseball players saw the bunt and went, that's an idea. Foul ball over on the girls' side. Foul ball over on the baseball side. Are these guys just copying each other? Is that what it's coming down to here? Hit to second for softball. Turns the out at first. Got him. Foul ball called for baseball. Strike one in the baseball. I believe ball in the softball. Ball over in the girls' side. Hit up to shortstop. He's gonna hesitate and hold it. It's gonna allow Gilford to have two on, second and first. Strike over on the softball side of things. And Belmont just walked a girl on the softball side of things, I should say. I'm going to try something on the Facebook Live side of things. See if maybe if I take the stream quality and knock it down a couple notches, maybe it'll stream better. I think that's honestly what it's coming down to, I think. Ball right there. Strike there. Just gotta figure out how I can drop the how about settings? Live video. Hit coming back to second. Belmont will get the out at first. But Gilford is able to move the players up. Softball switching sides. Baseball still underway. There's a hit going into the outfield here. Austin Ditzberry with the arm coming home. Got him at home. Well done by the boys there. Now they'll switch sides. Belmont will warm up their bats, getting ready. As both teams are warming up their bats currently. Although, we'll swing over to softball real quick. Here comes the first pitch for Belmont. I think that's bottom 2 for Belmont. And the softball side of things. This is top 3 for baseball. Strike right there. And I think our Facebook live feed might have crashed. Try and reboot this thing one final time. If we can't get it to go this time, then I will quit Facebook Live. One away on the softball side. Oh man, that wind really hurts. Strike 1. Baseball, first batter of the bottom of the 3rd. Foul ball for softball. Hit up high for baseball, dropping in, second baseman will grab it. Foul ball for softball. One and one out for both games. Still 0-0 the score. Ball. All right, Facebook Live is currently working. It's at a lower frame rate, not as high quality as most people might expect, but you know what? I think it's working at least. Two outs over on the baseball side of things. Ball going out. As soon as I said something about Facebook, it starts to lag up again. I'm just going to ignore Facebook, right? If Facebook works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm sorry. Baseball is one out. They did get one on. Belmont did. Nate Sotak for Belmont sitting at first base. Softball's got one out. Baseball's got one out. Baseball has one on. Softball has yet to get one on. Strike 3, 2 outs for softball. I'm going to spin around here for baseball. I said I would get them. Well, here they are. I'll keep an eye on softball, though, so don't worry. Those of you who just went, go back to the other field. Hold on. Ball 1. Bomber. Center fieldman grabs it. And we got 2 away here for baseball. Pitcher stepped off the mound there. Foul ball for softball. Strike. Foul ball for softball. Nate Sonntag going. Got him. No. Oh. And that allows Gilford to run in, and we go back over to softball as they are still rolling here. 2 outs. Not sure the count on number 2 at the plate for Belmont inside, and it is ball 4. Belmont's got 1 on. Ball down the third base line into foul territory. Toward us, technically. Juju Estremera. Or Juliana Estremera. Sitting on first base for Belmont. Lizzie Fleming at bat. Baseball still warming up, about to enter the 4th inning. Softball sitting at bottom. Wait a minute. Yeah, they're entering the 4th inning. Softball, she's I like to say getting greedy on. She is. Okay, so hold on here, hold on. So we have a little controversy here. Okay, so a little controversy there. We'll swing over to baseball here as softball will switch sides. Baseball, here we go. Belmont. Nice little golf hit to third base. Can he get across the diamond? He will. Pitch coming in. One out here for baseball. Yeah, I've just about given up on Facebook Live. But for those of you on YouTube the day after, welcome. Baseball sitting in the 4th inning. Softball about to enter the 3rd, I believe. Strike right there for baseball. Ball. There's a swing and a hit. It's going to drop into center field. And that will be a base hit. Mm-hmm. Gilford's got one on. Softball, they have a hit going into the center field. That will be a base hit for Gilford. Going back to first. That's the one thing I love about Griffin Embry being a lefty. Ball 4. Facebook Live is strike over on the softball side. Baseball still rolling. Hit to first base, going to second, and a turnaround. Looked for 2, but decided better of it. Infield grounder for softball gets the out at first. 2 away. I believe that's 2. Ball thrown back. Nothing doing. Softball having a quick meeting in the circle. Gilford stole a base there. Second and third. Gilford has a player 90 feet away from home. Softball just had a chip into right field. Be a base hit. Strike right there for baseball. Strike. Foul ball for softball. Bases loaded over on the baseball side. Getting into dangerous territory for Belmont. And they will call a timeout. They're going to bring the whole infield in. We'll swing over here to softball in the meanwhile. Here comes the pitch. There's a hit. Almost caught. And now Gilford got 2 on first and second. Still a meeting. They're going over on the baseball side. And the wind is whipping. Blah. Foul ball going back. Bases loaded for baseball. Swing back over here to baseball. Oh, Griffin Embry wants to have a quick word with his catcher. Softball still going at it. Infield hit, gonna make its way into the outfield. Throw to home. In time. 1, 2, 3 for over, or it's not a 1, 2, 3, but 3 outs and they're away. Belmont will get their bats warmed up. Strike right there for the Gilford batter. That was a golf hit down the third base line. Going for the third. Oh, it's going to go by the first baseman. And Gilford will score for the first time over on the baseball side of things. So now it's 1-0 Gilford for baseball. First and third. Still 0-0 for the girls. 1-0 on the boys' side. Strike right there. Belmont thought better of throwing it down there as they knew guy was on third, so if the play faltered at second, Gilford would have a 2-0 lead. Base hit for Belmont on the softball side. And Belmont will have one sitting on first. Swing and a miss, strike number 3 and out number 3, but Gilford gets the damage done. They put one on the board as they'll enter the bottom 4 over on the baseball diamond. We'll swing over here to the softball circle. Softball diamond. Softball circle, sorry. Remember, Belmont got one on. Bunt right there. It's called clear. Very close to going out of bounds, but it is enough to advance the runner and put another one on first. First and second, Belmont's got one in scoring position. Baseball's got to come up big with their bats here in the bottom of the fourth. Strike right there. We'll hang with softball for a little while here because we've hung with baseball for a good 10 minutes maybe. Hit down the third base line. Third baseman will bobble, and that is enough to get her on first. Bases loaded for Belmont. One girl, number 4, Lizzie Fleming. I believe they play a 60-foot base path, so I believe they're 60 feet. She's 60 feet away from taking a lead. I know most of you are wondering, why aren't you zooming in? Get closer to the action. Oh, my hands are frozen. They're in my pockets, and they're frozen. Made a nice little fist in my fists with my hands, trying to keep warm. It's not going well so far. Drop strike there. One away on the baseball side of things as Griffin Embry just struck out after an infield hit. I believe softball is bottom 3, baseball bottom 4. About an inning apart. Play 7, remember that? Softball, fly ball going back toward the bench, and it is called out of play. It would have been a foul either way. The baseball side, we got Cam Aguirre for Belmont, lefty. Sent a bomb out to the outfield earlier in the game. There it is again, headed back to center. Oh, and the Gilford center fieldman tries to turn. Cam is on his horse, going to third. Can he get there in time? Yes, he can. Sorry for the camera, I totally forgot to grab that thing. Maybe this is a good audition for radio broadcasting. Do I sound good when there's no visual? So now Belmont's got their tying run 90 feet away on third base. As Matt Pleska steps up. That's a foul ball going high into the trees. Baseball had a foul ball headed toward us into the parking lot. Came close. Thought for a second. But no. One thing I was fearful, I parked my truck up here and it's actually down by the baseball field. There it is, a walk. And that allows Belmont to take a 1-0 lead on the softball side. And Gilford will have a quick meeting. So that means we're going to swing over here. Uh-oh. Oof. That ball just came so close to my truck. I just watched my truck come within feet of that ball. Oh well. Take one for the cause, right? Matt Pleskis looks at the ball. Softball is going to go back. Here comes a fouler, high and far. And the catcher's able to catch it, make the out. We'll stay on baseball just because since we have Cam so close to home and tying, Facebook Live is officially becoming a lost cause. It's still technically streaming right now, but I mean, this has really just become research and development for myself. Pitcher looking down the hitter. There comes the pitch. Strike one. Last thing Belmont wants to do right now is strand one on third. So close. And the dirt ball won. Softball had a foul. Strike two for baseball. 2-1 the count. And nope, okay. Another walk for softball. That allows another one to walk home. So now it's 2-0. Bottom of the third. High pitch there. Ball 3. No, ball 2. Not sure. Softball is switching pitchers, I believe. So yeah, Gilford's warming up a new pitcher on the softball side of the field. Here on the baseball side, we're still alive. Strike one. Number 13, I believe that is Brett Auclair. Still going to work on that name. I went up to him the other day and I'm like, how do you say his last name? He's like, Auclair. I'm like, Auclair? He's like, no, Auclair. I'm like, yeah. Maybe by senior night I'll have it down. Brett is a sophomore. So cold. Ugh. High ball. Brett also fouled back. So the count can't be completely clean. New pitcher for softball warmed up. Ball for baseball foul going back into the lower Little League field here at Bryant. Softball's back underway. Like I said, we're hanging tight on baseball. I believe we're going to get a full inning of softball toward the end here, so those of you going, what the heck, go back to softball, you're favoring baseball. I don't mean to seem like I'm favoring anybody. I'm just thinking timing-wise, softball's about an inning behind us. So behind baseball, I should say, not behind us, but behind baseball. So I believe we might have a full inning's worth of... There it is, strike three. Belmont does strand one at third while they warm up. We'll swing back over here to the softball game. Tune in with a foul ball. Anyone watching on Facebook, if you can understand me at all, comment. Tell me what you think. How's it looking? How, or not what you think. How is it looking on your end? On my end, it looks like trash. One out. First out of the bottom three here for softball. As Becca Fleming steps up to the plate. Her older sister started off the inning. 6 hitters ago. Foul ball going back. Dave, it is 1-0. 1-0 Gilford on top over on baseball side. 2-0 Belmont on top on the softball side. Dave, how does the stream look on your end? High ball for Becca. Strike right there. Strike there. Baseball started the top of the fifth. Softball Still sitting at the bottom of the third. Baseball's got one on first. Strike three, 3 outs. There it is. Gilford gets out of the inning, but not until Belmont does their damage. 2 runs scored, stranded 3. They'll start top of the 4th. Coming up. Softball side, like I said, we're in the 5th inning. Bottom or top 5. Like I said, both these games are about an inning apart. One baseball being an inning faster or ahead. But they do overlay, and at some points one is further than the other. So it all comes down to timing. Of course, one game could speed up. We could get a 1-2-3 here by Belmont on the softball side and catch right up, or baseball could slow down, or vice versa. So baseball could just speed up and end it here, or we'll see. Let's get the score update. Belmont is trailing 1-0 to Gilford, and then on the softball side, Belmont is leading 2-0 over Gilford. Strike right there for baseball, or Gilford batter. Throw goes back, safe. There's a hit going out to left field. It'll advance the runner. It's a base hit. Advances the runner up 1. Gilford's got 1 in scoring position, sitting at second base. Foul ball over on the softball side. Foul ball going back for baseball. Keeps hitting the gaps in the parking lot. In the dirt ball. Softball's got a bomber out to center field, and Mackenzie Donovan will grab it. 1 out over there. Ball. In the dirt ball. Both the runners are going to advance to third. Third guy on third base. Sorry. Both the runners will advance up a base, so second and third. The guy on third turned and looked, but decided better with it. That's what I was trying to say. Passed ball Gilford running in. Runs in safely. So now both games are sitting at 2-0. Except Belmont leads in softball and baseball, or Gilford leads in baseball. Baseball having a quick meeting. Softball just struck out the third out. Now they'll warm up their bats as they enter the bottom 4. See, this is what I'm talking about. They had a quick inning. Baseball seems to be kind of spinning their wheels a tad bit here. So now softball is going to catch up a little bit. Bruh. It's cold. No, I did not just say bruh. I said bruh, which is basically me trying to get rid of the coldness in my body. It's not going well. Strike right there. All right, I'm down with Facebook Live. Ball thrown back, safe. Here comes the pitch. And it is out. He's out, I should say. There's a high hit into the outfield. Center fielder Nate Sotak is able to make the catch, and that's going to allow Belmont to get out of the bottom 5 and enter the bottom 4 as they'll go to bats trying to catch up from a 2-0 deficit. Meanwhile, on the softball side, they're trying to hold their lead at a 2-0 advantage. It's crazy how you just move maybe 100 feet the other direction and the tides have turned. There's a foul ball going into foul territory into the road. Passing traffic, watch out. So yeah, Facebook Live is completely down now, so from this point on, hello everybody on YouTube. There's a hit coming back, and the Gilford left fielder will grab it. 1 out. Remember that long stretch of 6 or 7 hitters? Well, here's the girl who started it all last inning, Lizzie Fleming, number 4, stepping up to the plate, swinging the bat. Strike 1 is the first pitch to her. Gilford still warming up on the other side of the field here for bottom 5. softball in the bottom 4. So they're still about an inning apart. And I could, honestly, and I'll be honest with you guys here, I think I'm on with the inning count, but I also could be wrong. I will say that. Pretty sure I'm dead on with baseball, but softball is the only one I could be wrong with. Just because, as you guys know, I've been watching or had the camera over on baseball more. As softball's kind of been moving a little slower. Strike 3 right there. You know, this new Gilford pitcher is really showing her strength here late or midway through the game. Can't really say late. If you want to get technical, we're still sitting midway through the game. Oh, there's the nice brisk wind. Everyone loves to feel that in mid-April when it's 47 degrees. Strike right there for number 10. Baseball side, they have an infield hit. It's thrown is made in time. And play bounces. The ball for softball comes over it and actually does hit our tripod. Shows that we're right in the middle of it here. Right in the middle of it. Nice to see a familiar face there for Gilford softball. And Mackenzie Donovan for Belmont will knock it into left field and get on base. So that is good for Belmont, as they would like to continue to extend their lead. Baseball side of things, the ball headed over into the parking lot, foul ball. Strike right there. Two outs on the baseball side of things. Their bottom 5. They will enter the 6th inning and 1 out. Safe at second is Mackenzie Donovan. Foul ball there. Good eye right there for the Belmont hitter. Well, side note, you're a soccer fan? Tune into DP Production Group's coverage of the 2018 New England Soccer Cup at St. Joseph's College this Sunday. Coverage starts at 9 a.m. It's a 6-hour event, so if you're looking at or watching you on YouTube right now going, 9 a.m., that's early. Yeah, no, we're not Premier League soccer on NBC, which is 7 a.m.s on Saturday mornings. But if you want to tune in, sleep in a little bit, and still tune in, you can catch our live stream. We'll be there probably till 3 or 4 o'clock on Sunday. Strike 3, third out. Belmont will switch sides with Gilford on the baseball side of things. They still trail by 2 runs as they will now enter the 6th inning. 2 more innings till a complete baseball game. In the dirt, ball 4. Belmont's got 2 on, first and second. But yeah, got a really cool event on Sunday. New England Cup. St. Joseph's College playing in this is 4 schools: St. Joseph's College, Husson University, Thomas College, and University of New England. It'll be a fun day. Long day, but it'll be a fun day. Looking at sunny weather, 60s over in Maine. Still, I'm going to bring a sweatshirt and gloves. Foul ball down the third base line here. High ball. Top 6 for baseball. Griffin Embry still on the mound. Foul ball there for number 9, Jordan Sargent. Foul ball going back. Still inbounds, but nothing doing there. And the Gilford batter on the baseball side has been walked. And there's a hit coming back. And Gilford will grab it. So 1, 2, 3. They strand 2 on base. Now let's swing over here. Right there when Griffin Embry and Belmont throws back. Called safe at first. There's a hit coming back in right field. Austin Ditzberry will grab it with no issues at all. ball one right there for this batter. I believe we're sitting at 1 out. Batter and third base coach having a quick heart-to-heart. And the batter will step back inside the box. I don't necessarily know why I stopped talking so loud. I kind of sound like one of those golf announcers. And here comes the putt. Anyways, here comes the pitch coming in. Swinging away. It's in the dirt, but it is a strike. He was swinging for the green monster. There's a green monster here. Strike two. Softball back in action on the other side, other end of the field. Oh, check. No. Strike three. Infield grounder for softball. They'll make it in time. 1 out over there. Top 5. Top 6 here for baseball. Top 5 for softball. Both games sitting at 2-0, except Gilford's leading in baseball and Belmont's leading in softball. It is still 46 degrees. Thrown down to second. It's going into the outfield. Third base coach says, hold it. Oh, wait a minute here. He just got a free walk to third. And here comes the boys, the baseball head coach, Matt LeBlanc, running out saying, I am confused. Have a clarification. There he goes running back. Base hit over on the softball side into left field. So Gilford got a man on third. 90 feet from home, making it a 3-0 game, possibly. Nothing committed yet, though. Don't worry. Nothing coming home yet. In the dirt. Drop a third strike. Griffin Embry held his gun back there. He looked, but he realized it wasn't going to be enough. Wasn't going to be in time. Softball's got a base hit going into center field. That's going to hold everyone. Hold the lead runner at second. Ball in the dirt on the softball side. Nobody moves. In the dirt for baseball. Nobody moves as well. Base hit going into left field. Robbed by Juju Estremera, and the ball will be dropped as it's thrown to first. The ball was going into left field, and Juju Estremera, her go-go gadget extendo arm, grabbed that ball. strike right there. Ball thrown back, a little off its mark, so he is safe at first. Runner getting walked on the softball side of things. And bases loaded once more for Gilford here. The baseball side of the field. Softball has a foul ball going high into the woods. There's a hit out to center field. Oh, Nate Sontag will make the catching throw. So that will end out the top of the 6th inning. So for the time being, when they're warming up, let's swing over here. And just like that, they're done. The bottom or top of the 5th inning. So now we got nothing to film. I mean, let's just look at the nice field we have here at Belmont. Both teams in between innings. Both teams entering the bottom of their respective innings. Baseball in the 6th, softball in the 5th. It's still cold. Because we spent an inning with softball, we'll spend an inning, or since we spent an inning with baseball, we'll spend an inning with softball next. Ball's in coming down for baseball. Softball's still not ready. You know that feeling when it gets it's so cold that you feel your joints that you're not even using. They start to hurt. Yeah, that's me right now. I'm not even using my right shoulder, and it's hurting me. Like, why? So I know we said we'll stick with softball, but we'll swing over to them in a second. Baseball was done and ready first. First pitch, strike one. Timeout called. Before we get too involved in baseball, hate to do this, but let's swing over to softball here. I'll keep you updated on baseball. Next pitch was a ball there. On the softball side of things, I'm not sure the count. Ball 2 on the baseball side of things. Ball right there. Ball 3. 1 and 3, I believe, is the count over on the baseball diamond. Maybe not. Maybe I misunderstood. I believe the count's 2 and 2 here on softball. Base hit. Will be out. Colby Brown out at first. Had a nice little chopper, though, to the shortstop. It's cold for an April day. April 18th, 2018. Foul ball going back out. You know, today supposedly the world was supposed to end. Yeah, you know, the rumor and the conspiracy theories all saying today the world was going to end. Here's a hit. The second baseman will grab it. But yeah, everything said, today's the day. Today's the day. The world's going to end. We're all doomed. We're all doomed. I believe the conspiracy theories had something to do with some random guy getting voicemail from, it's like that computer voice that, like, if like the weather, you know what I'm trying to say. You know how in the summer, or if there's like an extreme weather, you'll hear, not want to say NORAD, but basically the weather place out in Gray, Maine here in New England, and they send out we hear it over the radio, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for blah blah blah. Anyways, it was like that voice. It was eerie and it was creepy. So supposedly this guy got a phone call saying he's using the term or the language that pilots use, which if you're unfamiliar with it, I can't remember the exact name of it. I should know it because I had to learn it for my FAA license. 2 outs there. But it's basically like where they put words to it. So D would be Delta, E would be Echo, etc., etc. So basically this phone call came in, and it's this computer talking in that lingo, and it's basically, when it gets decoded, it says that they're not human, they are all this, that, and the other. We're doomed, blah blah blah. Here they give some coordinates as well as a date, and the date was today. The coordinates were the last known spot of the Malaysia flight that, if you guys remember, a couple of years ago, Malaysia flight was flying and went missing off the grid. 1, 2, 3, that's how they end the 5th inning. So we'll swing over to baseball. Started with baseball, end with baseball. But yeah, that's how it went. Foul ball called. So yeah, that's why everyone thought the world was gonna end today and all that fun stuff. Bomber going back to center field. Gilford player with time is able to grab it, and that ends out the inning, or half of the inning. Oh no, it ends out the inning. 6th inning there. Belmont and Gilford gonna enter into the 7th. Here at Bryant Field. Softball entering the 6th. So let's swing over to softball here. Well, baseball warms up. Softball about done. But yeah. So I guess the world's not going to end. Because I know some parts of the world, they're already into April 19th. So the world had to end this morning for us, basically. And it didn't. So here we are. Still sitting. The world is still spinning. Wind is still whipping. It's still cold. And we got some pretty cool softball, baseball happening. Girls lacrosse playing up in Interlakes tonight. Their game started about 13 minutes ago. So, baseball about to start their 7th inning. Belmont hoping for Gilford to falter. Or hoping for Brett Alclair on the mound now. Hoping that Brett is able to do a 1-2-3 and then Gilford falter. This way they can make a comeback here in the bottom, or going to in the bottom 7. But for the time being, it's Brett Alclair. As soon as this batter is complete, we'll go over to baseball as they are in their final inning. Ball in the dirt, and strike 1 for baseball. Base hit in softball, but the runner is out at first. Gilford leading 2-0 in baseball. Belmont leading 2-0 in softball. Strike 1 there for softball. I just realized I said at the end of that batter we were going to go to baseball, and here we are to a second batter, so I apologize. Ball 1. Runner on first. Infield, easy out at first. 1-2-3 for softball. Now, let's not leave baseball until the final out is called here for them. So Gilford's got 1 on. Belmont about to enter the bottom of the 6th inning on the softball side of the field. Base hit going to second base. Looking to turn 2. Oh, so close. Unable to get it done, though. But they did get the lead runner out. Timeout here. Literally a timeout called, and the outfield, or the ump that is not behind the dish was about to send the number 42 here for Gilford to second base, but they didn't. High ball. Pitch coming in the dirt. Strike right there. Foul ball out into the lower Little League field. Another foul ball going back. Once again, my right shoulder is still bothering me. And we got another walker. Softball, we got a foul ball over on the foul ball called. Timeout called by the ump behind the plate. Gilford's got 1 or 2 on first and second. That's a hit up the third base line. The third baseman will grab it, and it will be called foul. I thought for a second. It was only a second, but I thought for a second. There was a thought there. Did it ever go anywhere? No. But it was there. In the dirt on the ball. Out at second, safe on first. Infield single. 1 out, or an out over on the softball field. Belmont's got 2 outs here. They just need to get 1 more to get their bats rolling. Pitch in the dirt. Third baseman making the run. He's out. That was a pretty close to the chest play there. But, you know, sometimes you got to make those plays. So now let's swing over to softball real quick. We'll swing back over to baseball momentarily once they're done with their in-between inning warm-ups, or half-inning warm-ups. Lizzie Fleming for Belmont at the bat, number 4. Foul ball. Lizzie Fleming staying alive in some regards, she's checking the trees, making sure they're still okay. As her foul ball just knocked off one of the trees behind the backstop. Foul ball down the first base line. Softball will go a little longer than baseball, as baseball enters their final half inning of the game. Softball has to get out of this one, and then they have one final inning. There's a foul ball. Out. All right, well, we're going to swing over here to baseball. Final half inning. Belmont's got to get the bats rolling. Need to make up 3 runs to end the game. Base hit for Lizzie Fleming into center field. First pitch is a foul ball. You know, those foul balls keep hitting the gaps in the parking lot. Ball right there. Mackenzie Donovan sending it back. It will stay inbounds. Lizzie Fleming on her horse, turning third, gets the 3rd run here. Well done by Mackenzie Donovan. She gets a double. Meanwhile, over on the baseball field. So one thing I'm finding so humorous about this is the fact that one side of the field can erupt with people cheering and screaming, and then the other side's quiet. Kyle got walked here. Kyle Minry for Belmont. So Belmont's got one on. Pass ball allowed Mackenzie Donovan to get to third base over on the softball side of things. That's going to be a foul ball going out toward the shed. Actually, over the shed. Infield pop fly. That's a 3rd out there, but Belmont able to get 1 run. They strand 1, but they get 1 run. So that brings them to 3-0, entering the 7th inning over on the softball side of the field. Baseball once again in their final half inning. Belmont trailing by 2. Looking for 2 runs to tie up, and then, of course, the third run to round out the game. Because they are the home team, if Belmont is able to get that 3rd run, the game will conclude. Brett Alclair at bat here for Belmont. Kyle Minry sitting on first. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be an infield base hit to the shortstop bobbles. Is it in time? It is. So Brett is out at first. That's 1 out here. And we're having a quick meeting at the mound. I believe we're going to have a pitcher change here, bottom 7. So with that being said, we're going to switch over to top 7 for girls softball. Yes, we do have a pitcher change. So Gilford switching out the pitches here late in the game. But once again, here's softball, top 7 action. Gilford needs to get 3 runs here to keep the game rolling. If Gilford is unable to get 3 runs, Belmont wins, and we don't have a bottom 7. You know, now's the time when we realize that I've been counting wrong and I missed an inning. If baseball keeps playing after this inning's over, then man, I was way off. Actually, I was a little off. And if they keep playing after that, then man, I was way off. I don't believe I am, though. I believe we're good. I think at this point, softball's in the top 7. Baseball's in the bottom 7. Foul ball there. And no offense to these players, but let me just tell you, I really hope I'm right. It's kind of cold. I went home today before I had to drive someone to Canterbury to grab something from their house. Their house. 1 out away there. But before I had to run them to their house, and I was there, and I should have grabbed a sweatshirt. I'm a moron. Anyways, 1 out for softball, and we'll swing back over to baseball here. Sorry, softball parents. I know you guys just went, what the? I'll keep an eye over there. 1 out. And, you know, Gilford's just looking for 2 more outs here as well. So both teams leading just want 2 more outs. Well, of course, both teams trailing. Here's a pop fly coming back. It's out. Throw going to third. It won't be in time. As the Gilford player did get kind of tripped up, but nothing like major. Two outs here. Gilford looking for 1 more to end the game. Belmont, of course, looking to get 2 more on after Kyle at third gets there. Belmont picks up a hit to shortstop. 2 outs. Belmont trailing once more here in baseball. 2-0. Maybe it's 3. I think it's actually 3-0. I believe it's 3. There are too many numbers in my head right now. If only we could have like 2 cameras. If this was our normal field setup here at Belmont High School or at Belmont, I would have a second camera, 1 camera pointed at baseball, 1 camera pointed at softball, and I would, as Belmont gets, a walker. But 1 pointed at softball, 1 pointed at baseball, and then I would put them so they were side by side, or maybe one on top of the other, and then you could hear my live play-by-play, because as you guys know, I'm going between both games, whether or not I'm looking at the game or not with the camera. You could hear the live play-by-play and see both. Oh well. Hit, pop, fly, Gilford looking. They will get the 3rd out and take the W over Belmont. With that being said, softball does the same thing. Gets the 3rd out and takes the W over Gilford. You know, even though Gilford had an inning advantage, or the baseball team had an inning advantage, time-wise, they still end at the same time. All right, folks, that's going to do it here. Once again, Gilford wins over Belmont in baseball. I believe it is 3-0. And then Belmont wins over Gilford in softball. I believe that was also 3-0. Folks, thank you for joining us here. Facebook. If you watched on Facebook, I do apologize once more for the rough live stream. I'm going to take it, go home and analyze that footage and figure out what went wrong. So this way it never happens again. But for those of you watching on YouTube, thanks for joining us, and stay warm, Belmont. All right? I'm Devin Pasosny signing off. Congrats to Gilford on your win in baseball, and congrats to Belmont on your win in softball. Have a good night, everybody, and so long.